From the depths of radio nothingness comes Radio Nowhere.
This is Radio Nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? This is Radio Nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there?
WJBD is proud to permit Radio Nowhere.
All right, we're back. We're back.
And welcome back. Happy 4th of July weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Happy.
Tis. I was happy till about 6 minutes ago.
Chad Spray, famous for almost ruining the show last week with his Haunted Mansion song, comes in and totally redeems himself. Chad, back announced the last two songs.
First we heard
Into the mic, though, this time.
Real American by Derringer off the WWF Wrestling album.
Mm-hmm.
And then we heard the Shot Heard Round the World by Ween off the Schoolhouse Rocks album.
And I just have to say, I had never seen anything like that before. That Hulk Hogan theme starts, Steve Stein jumps up on the table, starts pointing, flexing his muscles, ripped his shirt off.
Might be a little bit of an exaggeration.
Not much. Steve showed his Hulkamania-ness.
Don't be modest, Steve.
Yeah, it's okay, Steve.
What surprised me was that Steve actually had Hogan's face tattooed on his chest.
I know. I did not. Steve, how long have you been such a big Hulkamaniac? Would you say?
I don't even know how to
Don't be
respond,
modest.
honestly.
Don't be modest. Put your shirt on if you're feeling a little embarrassed. Or the
5 minutes before never.
Put the tatters of your shirt back on. So here we are. It's Radio Nowhere time. We're up here. Steve's shirtless. And I tell you, people looking for Sasquatch, look no farther than we've got him right here. Steve without a shirt on. And we've got him. So it's Steve Stein. Say hi, Mr. Sasquatch.
Hi, everybody.
Chad Spray's with us.
Hey, everybody.
And Matt Leibarger. We call him Funky.
Hi.
And this is Matt Donahoe. And this is Radio Nowhere. And it's 4th of July. How was your weekend, gentlemen?
It was good. Did anybody go to the Salem fireworks?
I watched them from my house.
I enjoyed them. And I did I don't know if anybody remembers, for a few weeks ago, my live report that I did from a NASCAR race. I did a similar interview at the fireworks this year. I found our number one fan, actually.
Oh, awesome. I will track that interview down out of the archives, and we will get that on later. Chad, what did you do this weekend?
After I got off work, went to a family cookout, and which was quite enlightening, really, to say.
And Chad and I need to discuss just real quick. First of all, the fact that Chad and I are cousins.
Yeah.
So people don't know that. So we're both obviously at the same reunion. And all Chad and I could talk about is how many great... We could do the entire story, or the entire show tonight, just on stories we heard at the reunion, or the cookout, or whatever you want to call it.
But none are suitable for airplay.
Nope.
Not a smidge.
You can't even clean it up.
No, honestly, it can't. Just very enlightening, but unfortunately, we can't bring it to you.
Yep. Funky, how about you?
I watched the fireworks from your house.
From my house?
Mm-hmm.
Where was I?
Well, you were there also.
Oh, yeah.
But Steve, were you actually at the reservoir? I was actually right next to the spillway. Okay, so what was the deal with the one that went off close to ground level? I don't know, but I would imagine there were some brown pants afterwards.
Yeah,
one. Yeah, and it wasn't like a little one. It was like huge.
No, it was one of those big explosions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, from our house, almost gave my address out over the air there, but we live close there, and from our house we could just see about half of it over the tree line.
Yeah, from the spillway we could see It was kind of still behind some trees, but I mean, it was clearly on the ground and went everywhere. So, had to have been fun.
And then the other firework display that I liked
You liked the heart, didn't you?
was I did like the heart. Was the big finale?
with the little tiny
Just the little ones that pop, 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 pop.
At the very end,
on
they
it?
just go.
Yeah, the very last one.
very last
It just
one.
went boom. And
It was
no color or anything. It was
It's
just like
just
boom.
boom.
Thank you. Good night.
It's like the firework equivalent of wah wah.
Say what I like most about fireworks? Nothing. I hate fireworks. Oh my goodness, I can't stand fireworks. On a rare occasion, if I'm on vacation, I may watch them, but otherwise, cannot stand fireworks. Don't get the appeal.
What? Okay.
And you picked out the song Real American, and yet you don't like fireworks.
You do know actually what 4th of July celebrates, right? It's not a fireworks holiday. Little Declaration of Independence signing. I mean, over
I thought
your
it was
head.
I thought it was Hulk Hogan's birthday.
That too.
Chad, I think the key to you enjoying fireworks is just you just close your eyes and pretend you're at Disney.
We might be on to something.
Do you watch the fireworks at Disney?
Yes.
Those are special fireworks.
The
And-
plot thickens.
And you know, my wife is still afraid of fireworks. She's like 40-some years old, and
Why is she afraid?
I don't know. She just is. Like, if you're watching fireworks with her and they go off, you can see her visibly jump.
I thought it might be due to the fact that she almost was injured when somebody in this studio shot. Wasn't it you, Steve, that shot off one and basically about took out a section
No,
of
that
your?
was-
All right. We don't need to tell that story. We're going to. We just.
I just happen to remember, I believe at your house last year, Matt, when we were talking about somewhere, the joke always comes up about Mr. Short-Term Memory, where every time a firework would go up, it'd like boom, and it'd be like, ah! It'd scare him every time.
That sounds like you're changing the topic, though.
I think Funky did it.
Funky, would you like
He
to?
was involved as well.
Funky, would you like to?
I was assisting Steve shooting off fireworks, and it was one of those box
Yeah, a big
fireworks.
box mortar, and it kind of fell over.
This has been
And-
several years ago.
Yeah, and
yeah.
one went
Last
off
time.
and it knocked it over sideways, and
And then what happened?
then everybody ran for cover. Literally.
Us included.
I remember my wife had to grab one of your children and like shield her at one point.
okay,
I
and-
do remember that.
Yes, and then the funny thing we were talking about is, was it my oldest daughter talking to your son, Funky? Like telling him to run?
I think it was one of our other friends that was helping him
Dusk was,
run,
okay.
and he
My-
was interested in going back to get his drink.
That's what. Yeah, my oldest daughter was telling the story about how they were telling your son. They're like, "Run!" He's like, "I left my drink back there." It's like an action movie. No, it's too late for the soda. Leave it.
The soda's already dead.
So yeah, I mean, with all of, well, yeah, with all of us, there used to be this tradition. We would go out to Steve's house and
That pretty much put an end to that.
almost get killed by a fireworks display.
Celebrate Hulk Hogan's birthday.
Celebrate Hulk Hogan's birthday and have fireworks shot at you. And not just so people know, not little smoke bombs or like proper fireworks that, you know.
That could maim you, basically.
Right, that could maim you.
Maybe.
And any rebuttal from that, Steve?
Nah, I think it was over exaggerated a little bit, but no.
Funky, is he over exaggerating?
I don't know. It's 12:19. Can we play a song?
No, we cannot. We're back on Radio Nowhere on WJBD. Funky, who was that?
That was the Nightcrawlers and Little Black Egg.
And did they just teleport in and then teleport out?
I don't get it.
Yes, you
Nightcrawler.
do. He
I
gets
got
it.
it.
He gets it. He gets it. He's trying to act like he doesn't. He's putting on, what do you call that? He's
Airs?
Putting on airs, yes, like he doesn't.
Oh, you mean Nightcrawler from the Uncanny X-Men?
Yes, that one. And I forgot what his real name is.
Kurt Wagner. There, are you happy?
Yeah, pretty happy, actually. Before that, who did we hear?
Before that was Slater Kenny.
And You're No Rock and Roll Fun.
Mm-hmm. And prior to that was Led Zeppelin and Hot Dog.
Hot Dog.
Hot diggity.
Which also gets back into our 4th of July theme. Hot dogs like on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
And
little black eggs on the grill.
yep.
Yuck.
Yep. They were left on the grill too long. And they're
They
little,
turned black.
Yep.
Why were they little? They're
Because
dehydrated?
Yep. Exactly.
Coagulated?
Could you speak out of the mic if you're going to
I'm
make
trying.
any kind of comment?
Coagulating.
So, and then how does the Slater Kenny one tie into it?
Because you're no fun?
Steve?
I don't know.
Steve's no fun. Steve, you don't have to be fun. You just have to do the weather for us. It's that time of night. So, Steve, please, let me get your weather music going and do the weather. Go.
You're an idiot.
Do the weather.
Tonight,
Do the weather.
this morning actually,
Do the weather.
a low of 63, warmer, partly cloudy. Sunday, high of 88. It's going to start warming up.
that?
Partly cloudy. Tonight, we're going to get down to 72 degrees with a 30% chance of thunderstorms. Monday, a 40% chance of thunderstorms with a high of 92. So it's going to warm up this week.
Okay.
All week long, looks like we're going to be in the mid to upper 80s. And probably no rain. That's your forecast.
On WJBD.
AM and FM.
How do you talk to an angel? How do you hold her close to where you are? How do you talk to an
Funky, do you even like this song?
Do I like this song?
This song is what, The Heights. How do you talk to an angel? Do you like this song?
No, I mean, it's... I wouldn't say I dislike it. I wouldn't say I like it either, though.
So just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
Chad, how about you? What's your opinion of this song?
I definitely karaoke it. I mean, that's about as far
That's
as
not
it
saying
goes.
much.
Yeah, you're kind of ready to go out the karaoke at any time. I'm okay on this song. I mean, it's not the greatest, but I like it.
It's no Delamitri.
That's true. Steve, what's your opinion?
I love it.
How do you talk to an angel?
Now, would somebody like to tell the story of how much Steve likes this song and not Steve? Funky, would you like to tell this story?
You realize I'm telling my recollection of it, right?
And the more...
None of you are going to recollect it correctly, first of all, but whatever.
To my memory, I believe, Matt, you told me you were riding with Steve back
in the day.
Yeah, when this song would have been current. It was on cassette
92.
in his car.
Mm-hmm.
And it got over and started up again right after the first time. And I think you questioned him on it, like, did you do that on purpose? And he kind of copped to putting it on there twice in a row because he liked it so much.
That's incorrect.
That is... No, it's not. That is absolutely correct. All right, so tell us what really happened.
That was back when you would record songs off the radio, which I had done.
Okay.
And the first recording was incomplete. So I happened to catch it again, and it just happened to be back to back.
So you didn't rewind it and record over the incomplete one.
No.
So you did put it on the tape
Yes.
twice
In a roundabout way,
on,
yes.
on purpose.
Sort of.
And did you or did you not also have an entire 60 or 30-minute tape of just the Airwolf
Oh,
theme?
absolutely. I wish I still had it. I'd drive down the road to that.
Like the Airwolf theme is what?
Because there were multiple themes. I mean, they were
No, there
different-
weren't.
There was. Because
Well,
it was
it's just
the closing credits, and it was different every time. So I
As a
recorded it all.
variation of the same theme.
Yeah, but it was still different.
Which is better, the Heights, How Do You Talk to an Angel, or the Airwolf,
Airwolf theme.
You sure?
Yep.
I'm going to have to agree with that.
Radio Nowhere. And I love Love that song. Chris Isaak, Solitary Man.
I have to admit, I kind of like that too.
It was okay.
Of course. And before that, we heard Stereo MC's Connected. And we heard the second greatest song of all time to kick off that set, The Heights. How Do You Talk to an Angel? With, of course, the first greatest song of all time
The
being
Airwolf theme.
The Airwolf theme.
Yeah, I remember that Heights song being like about twice as long as that for some reason.
I do, too. It seems to me that... were we going to try to keep this 4th of July related, though? Didn't we start off...
Were we?
4th of July. So, speaking of 4th of July...
Yes.
I was trying to give you the lead in there. You...
I was at the Salem fireworks last night.
Yeah, you went to the Salem fireworks here in town, and you had... What were you doing there?
Watching the fireworks, but I had a guy approach me asking...
What is that?
That's not even the right theme.
What is that?
That's too synthesized. That's not even from the show, really.
What is it?
It's a real cheap knockoff of the Airwolf theme.
So now there's a cheap knockoff
this
of the
is,
Airwolf
yeah, this
theme.
is terrible.
It's too fast.
Yeah, it's like way off. You just ruined everything. Good job. You tried and you failed miserably. So,
speaking of trying and failing miserably,
I was at
tell
the
us what you did
fireworks.
last night.
I was at the fireworks Friday night.
Yep.
And I ran into a guy that said he was our biggest fan, and I asked him if I could interview him, and I got the interview.
Okay, and I can play that clip now?
You may.
Okay, thanks.
Steve Stein reporting for Radio Nowhere here out at the Salem Fireworks. I have a man here who is reportedly our biggest fan. I'd like to get a little word with him here real quick. Sir, what's your name?
Mr. McGee.
Okay, Mr. McGee, I'd just like to take a little time here for you to tell us, your love for Radio Nowhere, and if you could just explain to us briefly here what is it about Radio Nowhere that is your favorites? Yeah, I have to agree. I don't know if people can tell in the background that the fireworks have started. Mr. McGee, you'll have to speak up a little bit. Really?
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Well, thank you for that interview, Mr. McGee, and I look forward to having you maybe on the show one of these days. Thanks. Reporting live for Radio Nowhere on WJBD, Steve Stein. So, yeah, I mean, he was clearly a big fan, and Matt, he actually said you were his favorite, so...
Me?
Yeah, that's what he said. I don't understand why, but...
Well, I don't understand anything he said because...
Did he say he was his favorite or his favorite balloon?
He didn't really specify.
I want to know, how close to the fireworks were you when you conducted that interview?
We were pretty close.
Were you?
Yeah, we mentioned there was one that went off on the ground. I think you might have heard it in the background.
I think
Mr.
that was in
McGee?
the foreground.
Yeah,
That was in the foreground.
Were you lighting the fireworks while the interview was going on?
No.
Okay. Are you going to keep up these reports from...
I'm hoping to, yeah. I'm hoping to. I've got a couple other ideas, but it's amazing because this guy just approached me. I mean, it just kind of happened that way.
So you're getting recognized on the street now?
Apparently, yeah.
I guess we need to give a shout-out to Mr. McGee if he's out there, right?
Yeah, we do.
So thanks, Mr. McGee.
Yeah, keep on listening.
Yeah. So did you see him afterwards?
No,
I mean,
he kind of disappeared.
Just kind of walking away, and
It was actually, strangely enough, when that one ground firework went off, he disappeared right after that. I heard some growling and some yelling, and this weird music started, but he just kind of disappeared.
Huh. Interesting.
Found some shredded clothes, but
okay. So, back into music now on Radio Nowhere here. Who is this?
It's the Marvelettes.
On WJBD. Radio Nowhere.
I feel bad.
I feel bad. And,
James Brown.
yeah,
Singing
I
in America.
completely lost my train of thought because that song makes me sad.
I bet I can know why, and yeah, I bet the same thing.
Yeah, it's the song they played at Carl Weathers' funeral.
Yep, exactly.
I think that's sad.
I think Carl Weathers passed away at, what was it, a Burger King or a Wendy's where you could get free refills? Something
like that. It was really sad. No, obviously it's from it's from Rocky 3. 4. Sorry.
Ivan Drago puts him down.
And Carl Weathers, as far as we know, is still alive at this moment.
Yeah.
But he dies in Rocky. Spoiler alert, he dies in Rocky 4.
And in the first Predator.
Yeah.
Gets his arm blown off.
I think I'd be okay. What?
I was just going to say, I think the statute of
on
limitations is passed on those. We can talk freely about those two movies, can't we?
How old's Predator?
87?
87. How
88?
old's Rocky 4? Probably right around that same time, right?
85, maybe.
What is the statute of limitations on a spoiler?
Oh, I don't know. I'd say what, 30 years is probably okay, or 25 years is okay.
What about Sixth Sense? Can we talk about that yet? Or The Crying Game? Are those...
Crying Game, She's a Dude. Sixth Sense, Bruce Willis is actually dead or a ghost. There you go.
Okay.
Send all your hate mail to Steve.
I didn't even have a part of this conversation. Why am I getting the hate mail?
Because people hate you.
Producer.
Not true.
Hate's a strong word.
Yes, it is.
Dislike, maybe?
Send all your dislike mail to Steve.
Yeah, it's lovely. Speaking of liking and disliking, is it time for
Nice segue.
Is it time for our...
Nice segue.
If you like what you heard, tell a friend.
Yeah, it's time for that. So let's do it. Funky?
If you like what you heard, tell a friend. If you dislike what you heard, tell Steve.
Call Matt Donahoe.
So, this is Matt Donahoe.
Steve's time.
Chad Spray.
Matt Liebarger.
What are we about to hear, Matt?
I don't remember what I... Oh, okay.
On WJBD.
Radio Nowhere on WJBD. That was Father John Misty. The song is Hollywood Forever Cemetery Sings. That was off a Sub Pop Records compilation. It is 12:59. About time for us to get out of here.
I thought we already got out of here.
I thought so too, but here we are again.
Good night, folks. I'm going to go home.
Why do birds suddenly appear? The moon dust in your hair.
WJBD Salem Centralia.
This has been an I Love Raisins production.